Welcome to my website. My name's Renato. I'm a professional lead generator in quite a number of different industries. Real estate is my specialty. I'm a fully licensed real estate agent in New South Wales. You will find me on the Department of Fair Trading website if you want to double check that. But I do lead generation in quite a few industries: real estate, insurance and finance as well. I can do all three. I've had extensive experience over quite a number of years doing this kind of work, and I'm very, very good at it. I'll just explain it to you slowly so that you understand exactly what I do, and it's very handy for you to know. If you're a real estate agency and you're looking for professional lead generation, I'm probably one of your best choices. I'm not a telemarketer as such. It doesn't really work to be a telemarketer doing this kind of work. You really need to be a real estate agent and understand the industry, understand the people that you're talking to, and be able to act like a real estate agent when you make unlimited phone calls to potential prospects. So I'll explain to you how that works. As I mentioned, I'm very, very good at it. Been doing it for quite some time. I'm very professional at what I do. So you need to be able to talk to decision makers. A lot of real estate agents rely very heavily on emails or newspapers. All those things are very important. I'm not discounting those at all. But telephone marketing is a very powerful way to add to it, and it enables you to talk to real people, usually on a mobile phone, because you are interacting with people that you've already communicated with over many, many years. So they already know you. They might have bought a property from you, or they might have sold one, or they might have had some property management with you over the years. So it's communicating with them by telephone can really get your message across very quickly. And it doesn't matter how old the leads are. They could be 5, 10, 15 years old. It doesn't matter. When I start talking to people over the phone, I will help you find out if they're planning on buying property, selling property, or organising property management. So I locate all of those leads on your behalf, and I put them together for you, and I will update your CRM or your online database. I can do that for you, put notes with each of these favourable contacts, and I also write up a handwritten lead sheet to match those comments. So at the end of the day, you will receive a handwritten lead sheet to match the comments that I've placed online for the favourable ones. And I update all of your CRM as I go along so that you know that the work is being done. It's being done very effectively. So how good is the service? Well, over the past 6 years or so, I've made, up till the making of this video, around 114,000 phone calls. It's quite a lot, as you can see. I've generated around 5,500 market appraisals in that time period. Now, some of those market appraisals are from people who want to sell their property or do something now. I regard now as anything up to 3 months, because that's, in real estate terms, that's straight away. But anything over 3 months, well, that's for the future, but they are still a lead, aren't they? Because time will eventually come around, and those people may be interested in buying or selling, or putting their property onto the market, or organising property management or whatever. And if you don't look after people, they may not come back. So it's very important, even if the lead's not a strong lead, if they're saying, well, look, bring me back in 6 months or 12 months, that's still a lead, because anything can happen before then. They might need to move. They might have to sell. They might have to go somewhere. And if they remember that nice man from such and such a real estate office, he came and gave us an appraisal, or he rang me back on time, or he did what he was supposed to have done when he was supposed to do it, he was reliable, well, guess where they will come? They will be ringing your office, won't they? So it's very important to follow up all the leads, no matter how strong they are or how weak they are. And I will find all those leads for you and document every single one. So to review that again, 114,000 calls, around 5,500 market appraisals, about 4,000 buyers I've located. Once again, some of them are now, some of them are for the future. and then around 1,000 property management leads as well during that same time period. So it's a very, very good record over quite some considerable period of time. I started working in this area of lead generation in real estate quite a number of years ago. I was doing website design, which I still do when I have time, even now. When I get the free moments to put websites together for some of my customers. It's a part-time basis now. But I started doing telephone marketing back in 2014. It happened because after building websites for many years, I found that many clients wanted to advertise their existing websites to people in the area. So they wanted somebody to talk to someone, to talk to locals in the area. So I started doing that. So communicating with people in the area. I'd build a website, and then I would ring everybody in the area to let them know about my client and then their new website address. So I had a lot of experience in talking to people. And then the opportunity arose in real estate in 2014 for a client in Mount Druitt at that time. I did such a good job for him. There was around 304 market appraisals, if I remember correctly, something like that anyway, in a period of about four months or so. He was so impressed, he hired quite a number of the young ladies in the office to do exactly the same kind of work, and I trained them on how to use the telephone as well and help them generate those kind of numbers as well. So I became very, very effective in real estate at a very early stage, and I started keeping all of my statistics from day one. I knew that this kind of work wasn't going to last forever, that phone numbers would eventually run out, and that I would need to find alternative work somewhere else. So I started keeping my statistics from the first day, and I've been doing this ever since, for quite a number of real estates ever since. Normally what happens is when the telephone numbers run out, then I need to find someone else to work for. So that's what I do now. I'm very effective, as I mentioned. I'm very flexible, and I'm highly experienced to be able to do this kind of work. So if you're a real estate agent or an insurance agent or in finance, you can use me if you like. Give me a call. I'll have a talk to you and find out exactly what you need. I can customize all of the services. So sometimes the real estate agent might want me to, for example, to call landlords, and that's a little different. You don't talk to them the same way as you would a normal prospect. Or you might have a particular training night that you want to promote. Those sorts of things. I can do all of those. Just need to let me know exactly what you want, and I can put that together for you. Doing this kind of work, it does not work from a script. You cannot just read a piece of paper and expect that to come across. You need to be a real estate agent. You need to understand the job. You need to know how to talk to people when they answer the phone. I don't have people hanging up on me. In 114,000 calls, I've probably only had a handful of people do that. Usually people like to talk. They don't have a problem with the call. It's very, very effective. 50% of the people that I talk to thank me for the call. And who would normally do that? If you get it, like if you were to get a telemarketer ring up, you wouldn't. Most people don't say, "Oh, thank you so much for the call." They don't. But in my case, very often they do. These are actually warm calls. They're not telemarketing calls as such, because I'm talking to people that you already know off your database. So the reaction is different. They respond really well. The PR, or public relations, is brilliant. 50% of the people will thank me for the call. The other 50% don't have a problem with it either. So it's an extremely good service, and people appreciate the call. As of late, with the worldwide epidemic, you would think that is it a good time to be talking to people at the moment? Well, surprisingly enough, the number of market appraisals, as of the making of this video, have actually doubled. And the reason is that people are still making plans. They're saying, well, I may not be planning on doing it now, but give me a ring back in 3 months or 6 months or 12 months. I wouldn't mind finding out what the market did during that period of time. Has it gone up? Has it gone down? Has it recovered? Whatever it might be. So some of those people who say, well, call me back in 12 months, they may sell eventually. You just don't know. The circumstances may alter, and they might find themselves, if they need to move or want to move, for all sorts of reasons. So those market appraisals are being generated, and they're being done very effectively, even at this time, with the virus being active all around the world. So it doesn't matter when you make the calls. It doesn't matter what situation. People's plans change from week to week and month to month, and it's just a matter of getting out there, talking to them, and making them feel very comfortable and appreciative of the fact that somebody's taken the time to call. I offer to help, particularly at the moment, as of the making of this video and the virus. My approach has changed to make it very, very friendly, with kindness and empathy when you make the call. And people really appreciate that. And people even use my name. And how many people would remember the name of a telemarketer if they was to call them? Well, I'm not a telemarketer anyway, but people say, oh, thanks for ringing, Renato. I appreciate your call. And that's happened ever since the coronavirus. People are saying, thank you for the call. Take care, Renato. It's a fabulous response at a time when you would probably not expect it, in fact. So if you're thinking about promoting, now's a very good time. Virus or not, it's a good time to be talking to people, actively engaging with them, finding out what they want, when they want it, and see if there's something that you can do as a business to help them out. And real live communication on a mobile phone during the day works very, very well. I've got plenty of experience to prove that. So, how much does it cost? Well, I'll make it very easy. Obviously, the rates can change. I won't mention it here, but I do encourage you to ring me and find out, because it's not expensive. What I do include it's an hourly rate. I do include all the phone calls are included in the hourly rate, so you don't have to worry about that. I also include phone number duplication. So in other words, when I make the telephone calls, it will look like I'm calling from your office. So my location doesn't matter. The telephone number that will appear on the person's phone, mobile, landline, or whatever number I've called, the number that they will see is your number, not mine. So that's excellent. It will look like I'm in your office making the calls, making it very personalised. That's included as well. And obviously I include the GST. You will get a Australian tax invoice to cover that as well. So pricing is not an issue. I would like to mention also that the phone number duplication is a legal service in Australia. In the terms of service agreement, which I will give you, you will need to sign permission for me to use that functionality. As well, there's an electronic code involved, so there's no problem with that part of the service, just in case you're wondering. So I do encourage you to call me. I have plenty of testimonials. That was another point I wanted to make. I've worked for quite a number of real estate agents ever since 2014. Up to the making of this video, it's around 30. Why so many? Well, when the telephone numbers run out, there's no endless supply of them. Each real estate office only has so many numbers. Sometimes they have hundreds, sometimes they have countless thousands, but they will eventually run out. So when those numbers run out, I move on to another office somewhere else. So that's why I've worked at so many different locations. Each real estate office, nearly all of them, have given me a beautiful reference. They don't have a problem with any of the work I've done, so that's handy to know. I can share those with you if there's something you want to know regarding testimonials. So you're welcome to contact me. I will display my number now. Got any questions, I can email you details. I do have a signed agreement so that you know how it all functions. It doesn't work on a long-term contract basis of any kind, in case you're wondering. It just works on a week-to-week basis. Usually most real estate agents will hire me for 1 day a week. Sometimes they will want me for 2 days a week, and that all depends on how many places I'm working at the time. So there's no guarantee that I can help you, but contact me. I have a list of real estate agents that will want to use the service, and I'm constantly completing clients' jobs, so to speak. So I will eventually get to you, that's for sure. And it depends on the current arrangements, the number of days I'm working at the time. So you're more than welcome to give me a call and see my current status, and I'll be more than happy to help you out if I can. So you've got the number. Any questions? Thank you for your time, and I appreciate that. Thank you.